Okay guys, so I jumped a little ahead on you only because it's pretty long, and most of that video was gonna be me basically struggling to get some stuff off, as it usually is for these. Okay, so essentially, let me put this back. Here you are. We're getting this out. And so what basically you were trying to get to was these things right here in the back. These hold it right there. You don't get those out, you're not gonna ever be able to remove this without breaking it per se. So here you go. Okay, the hardest part about doing this, I would say, is trying to get the glove box lock off, because what it is it has screws that are here, and if you see that right there, in the slot, it clips into the vent. And so when you pull it out, if you're trying to, let's say, preserve one that's not damaged, you have to do this. It's super important. So there's 3 10mm bolts, and they're gonna be hard to get to. So when I got this one off, it was easiest to get it from back here, from up here. It was good. These two were from up back here on the back side with a long neck 10, because the short 10 won't go over the stud and down to the nut. So then what you have to do is get back here to get to the back of the lock, and you're gonna have 3 black bolts, 2 on top, 1 at the bottom. So these two, what I did was the 2 back ones right here, they were the easiest to get to from back here with a box open ratcheting and swivel head. You don't have to use this, but it makes your life easier. And then the bottom one, the one down here, I had to get to from right here. So what I had to do was move this harness out of the way to be able to use a short 10 with a ratchet and get it behind it like this back here, so that I can undo that 10. And then in a perfect world, once you do that, then you would be able to pull this out and this would pop out. Okay, now I will advise, these are very old, they're very brittle, and just from me removing, on this particular one, unfortunately, it fractured. It wasn't even because I wasn't careful. It's in the sun. This is a 97. So here we are, 2007, 2017, 20 years, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, almost 25 years old plastic. And, I'm obviously going to have to replace this for my friend. And thankfully I have one, so I'll send him in the mail, and the next time I come out here to visit him, I will replace and do this again. And it happens. And if I was going to do this for anybody, this is what's hard about this, is you have to be so delicate. So now in this case, I wasn't too worried about this one because it was already broken. So removing it, I was kind of not worried too much about it. I tried to be as careful as I could with this one, but just simply even trying to lift, it's just so old and brittle. Boom, I got a crack here. Thankfully it's on this end, kind of maybe out of sight, out of mind, but here, it's very obvious because you see it's right in the middle of your face all day. So now if you want to, let's say, replace this vent, then what you're going to do is you're going to remove these two, this one, and then there is some hidden ones over here and right there, and then this assembly will come out. Same thing with this one. One here, and then you're gonna have a screw right there and a screw right there, and this will slide out and you can replace it. So you're gonna run into kind of what I ran into, but again, this assembly was broken, so it didn't really matter, is that the clip that comes here stays here, because it's just so old and brittle. Most of the times it's gonna break. If you're real lucky, it stays intact. You know, like I got lucky here on this one, and this one stayed intact, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty rare, but you know, I'm gonna try to see if I can pull this out or knock it in, maybe. Yeah, see if I can find it down there. But at least now this new one will snap in once I replace it. When you put everything back together, go ahead and put your new vent in, and you're gonna want to put this, if you can, if the clips are there, in place so that you can install it. If not, put it in there. Like this one doesn't have the clips. Again, it's just old. I don't even think this one has it. No. See, it's just super old. You just touch it and it just comes apart. So don't feel bad. This is like surgery, you know. You just hope that this doesn't happen, you know, and that's all you really can do with some of these old car problems. You know, what can we say? So, or if you are swapping, don't forget to swap this, so that now because otherwise you can't lock the glove box, and then you'd have to call the dealer to get a key made, and you'd have to know the VIN number to this to change it and get a key for it. So just make sure you remember to keep it and swap it over if you're swapping a dash or converting to black interior. So I guess I'm gonna put it back together now. I think that taking it apart is harder than putting it back together. So hopefully this helped you guys, and now you know how to. So if, let's say for example, this new one right here that I saved was here, there, for me, okay, for me, there would be no way that I would risk removing it like this. I would take apart everything and take the dash out so that I could try to get it out while it's out of the car. Just because, like I said, if you flex even just the slightest while trying to wiggle this out, boom, it cracks, it breaks, and all that work up until this point was wasted, and it sucks. And that has happened to me many times, trying to save these unbroken air vents. It's pretty rare when you find one, so just keep those things in mind. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope that this helped anybody or somebody that was trying to do this or tackle this themselves, give you an idea as to what you need to do to get this done. You guys have a good weekend, and thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. If you liked the video, please, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscription. That would be great. And you guys take care. Stay tuned for the next one.